ESPN 93.5 wants you to be an insider. Access great contests and giveaways and be in the know at ESPN935.com. Brought to you by Necker's Jewelers, where the Quad Cities gets engaged, and ESPN Quad Cities. From local to global, ESPN 93.5 has you covered with your Quad Cities sports talk show. It's Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Talk sports with your favorite foursome, T-Roy, Jay Bird, Serge, and you. Weekdays from noon to 2 on ESPN 93.5.
From the first pitch to the last out, you'll hear every inning of Chicago Cubs baseball on ESPN 93.5.
He's at the warning track. It's at the wall. So long.
Presented by Frick's Tap, Glens Creek Golf Course, G&G Retailers, Augustana College Athletic Department, Sexton Ford, American Family Insurance, Adam Rattler Agency.
Game over. Cubs win.
The Chicago Cubs are on the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 93.5.
ESPN 93.5 is the Quad Cities sports leader and home of your local sports show, Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Listen for a chance to win everything from tickets to free food. Every time you win and pick up your prize at the ESPN 93.5 Pepsi ticket window, we'll give you a Pepsi for the road as well. It's like winning twice. Get more chances to win by downloading the ESPN 93.5 app or going to ESPN935.com. From the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 93.5.
Baseball season's almost over, so it's giveaways and discounts every night at Modern Woodman Park. This is River Bandits owner Dave Heller, and Wednesday's one-step printing buck night. Hot dogs, $1. Carousel rides, $1. Want to save more? Donate any school supply and get in free. Thursday, it's a Stone Coaster giveaway, courtesy of Milan Medical. It's also Guys Night, with a bags tournament and $2 beers and pops all night long. Then it's a t-shirt giveaway, courtesy of S.J. Smith, on a smart Toyota Fireworks Friday. Saturday, it's back to school with a Pepsi backpack giveaway, perfect for every student. Then it's pregame player autographs and kids run the bases on a Hy-Vee family Sunday. That's Buck Night with $1 hot dogs and $1 carousel rides Wednesday. The Stone Coaster giveaway on a Thirsty Thursday. A t-shirt giveaway on a smart Toyota Fireworks Friday. A free Pepsi backpack giveaway Saturday. And pregame player autographs on a Hy-Vee family Sunday. The River Bandits at Modern Woodman Park, where the fun never stops.
It's almost time to bet. Coming August 15th, football, baseball, college, or pro. Bet on the action with Elite Sportsbook at Rhythm City Casino Resort. If you are a Rhythm City Casino Resort Club member, we will notify you of next steps soon. Not a Resort Club or E-Club member? Visit Rhythm City Casino Resort to join. Membership is free. Make every game better with Elite Sportsbook at Rhythm City Casino Resort coming soon. Subject to IRGC approval. Must be 21. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
All right, Quad Cities, we're here to remind you to stop going to your social media sites, asking everybody where you're getting your oil changed, who does the best tattoo work, or where you're going to grab some lunch. Just pick up your Locals Love Us guide. It has an easy-to-navigate table of contents to help you find what you're looking for. Or go to the website, localsloveus.com, click on Quad Cities, and then browse your favorites. It's easy to use, and they even rank the most popular places for you. And when you're there, vote for our show, Don't Hassle Us, We're Local, and all of our show sponsors.
All right, so I was telling you yesterday that... I was telling you before the break, but yesterday, SI.com, for the 150 years of college football season, they put all these lists together. Yeah. And who doesn't love lists?
And lists.
I love lists.
Because trust me.
Lists
cause drama, ladies. Yes. Let me tell you something. For example, what I like to do, and what everyone else doesn't like, one, they don't like my mullet, me growing up my hair, or my headband, but... I like to read off national days, and sometimes when it's National Day, I like to make lists. And then people like to go on the social media and say, who made this list? This person has no merit to make any type of list like this whatsoever. This is ridiculous. So August 13th, 2019 is National Prosecco Day.
Yay. What's your favorite Prosecco, Jay?
The one on tap at Pints.
That's called Carletto.
There you go. That's the one
I
like.
Tap at Pints and at Oscar's Pub.
Prosecco is a sparkling wine made of a variety of grapes.
The only two bars on the Iowa side, I believe, that have wine on tap. I
didn't even know that was a thing.
It's a thing.
So
interesting.
So you can observe National Prosecco Day by going to Pints or Oscars and go.
My
have
favorite Prosecco is a VC. It's imported by our friends from Trinchero.
It's also National Filet Mignon Day. All right.
Who doesn't love a steak?
Yeah, filet mignon is French for cute filet or dainty filet.
Jay, you know what you
In
are?
French, filet mignon may be called filet de boeuf.
You know what you are, Jay?
What's that?
You're a mignon.
Mignon.
Grab your mignons and go get a filet mignon.
Cute. I'm not dainty. In French, it can be filet de boeuf.
You're a mignon de Jay.
Translates,
You're a Jay mignon.
which translates to beef fillet.
Jay mignon.
When found on a French menu, filet mignon may also be referred to as pork rather than beef. So,
you're all beef.
commonly cut.
You're all beef, Jay mignon.
Shut up.
I wish Jill would call in.
We're all right.
Where is Jill? Haven't heard from her in a while.
I know. She really likes Jay.
Yeah.
I know.
She wants pictures of his feet. She bribes me all the time.
All right. And it's also National Left-Handers Day.
Who's the lefty in the room?
Oh, not me. Matt Shelton says it's also my birthday, Jay.
Oh, happy birthday, Vern. This was founded in 1992 in the United Kingdom. We were talking about this before.
That's where the king and queen are.
Approximately 10% of the population is southpaws. Scientists do not know why a person develops left-handedness, but it's more likely a child will be left-handed if one of the parents is a lefty too. Parents of left-handed children used to force them to use their right hands. In the eyes of right-handers, the predominant use of the left hand seemed evil.
Oh no.
Parents, when they made them force them,
Jeez.
they feared that the communities would shun their children. Now we accept them, I guess. So that would be, if we did a list, our favorite left-handers, right? Obviously,
Yep.
Kirk Ferentz is a left-hander. We'd put him on there.
Oh, I thought we were talking about pitchers.
Just any left-handers, like
Well, lefty. Phil Mickelson.
Phil Mickelson. He's a lefty.
He's called lefty. So
Rocky was a southpaw. Rocky Balboa.
You got to go with Steve Carlton.
You got to go with Jimi Hendrix.
Got to go with Lefty Grove.
Yeah, see? If you make a list like that, people don't like the list. They go, what do
Tony
you know?
Gwynn.
What do you know?
I just think of The Simpsons.
Ted Williams.
Wasn't Steve Young a left-handed quarterback? He was.
Yes, he was.
So just an example to make lists. But anyway, so we're going to do exactly what I was just telling you, people. We're going to complain about this list that SI did for the greatest traditions in college football.
You ready to throw up?
Number 10
Ew.
is the turnover chain for the University of Miami.
Blech!
Well, it may not be as old as some of the traditions on this list. That doesn't make it any less iconic.
Okay.
Turnover chain is this big gaudy thing that they get. They get an interception. They put the necklace on them or whatever.
Oh.
All right. Number 9, marching in the Army-Navy game. That is a great tradition. The yearly matchup between the Black Knights and Midshipmen dates back to 1890. It's one of sports most special traditions. Before the game, which is typically the final regular season game of the college football, Army and Navy make their way into the stadium with large student sections of cadets and midshipmen. The men and women head onto the field and march in formation before going up into the stands to watch one of the most special games of the year. That's number 9.
I'm down with that.
I'm down with that. Number 8, the Mississippi State Cowbells.
Remember when we beat that cowbell?
Yeah. Since the 1930s, Mississippi State fans have been clanging cowbells, and nearly everyone in the stand is armed with one on game day. SEC banned the
Wait a
noisemakers
minute.
in 1974.
I thought that was just the women walking around.
No. The SEC banned the noisemakers in 1974, but in 2010 it was revoked, and but on the grounds that fans cannot use them while the ball is in play. All right. So that was number 8. Number 7, Country Roads, West Virginia. They sing John Denver's "Take Me Home, Country Road." Serenade
gotcha.
it. It's been sung at games since 1972, and Denver, even himself, John Denver, came to Morgantown in 1980 to commemorate the school's new stadium. Number 6.
John freaking Denver.
Number 6, the 12th man at Texas A&M. Back in 1922, an Aggie by the name of E. King Gill became the first 12th man after he remained standing and ready to play for the entirety of the game, one that the Aggies won 22-14 in stunning upset. Today, the 12th man honor belongs to the Aggie student section, 38,000 strong, that stand throughout the game at Kyle Field. A&M has trademarked the name, and their stadium is colloquially known as the home of the 12th man. It's been used and borrowed and paid for by the Seattle Seahawks. Some people don't know that. Some people think the Seahawks invented the 12th man.
Yeah, some people are very smart.
Number 5, Toomer's Corner, Auburn. This is the intersection of College Street and Magnolia Avenue, Auburn's campus in the city of Auburn Connect. Make sure to watch out for flying rolls of toilet paper. What they'll do is they'll throw toilet paper up on Toomer's Corner on the tree there.
Huh.
Yeah, back in the day, some crazy Alabama fan, poisoned the tree with herbicide in 2010. So the Tiger fans have been rolling the trees and power lines with toilet paper since 1962. That's number 5. Number 4, Ralphie's Run, Colorado. Before each game in Boulder, the Buffalo's 2,000-pound live buffalo mascot, Ralphie, takes a big lap around the field. You almost said something else there, but it wouldn't. I bet you he's done that before. Right?
Big crap.
There you go. Leads the entire Colorado team in the stadium while sporting a CU-themed banner.
You ever seen a pile of buffalo dung, Jay?
No.
Yeah.
No. Ralphie, fun known fact, Ralphie is a female bison. She has smaller legs and seems less aggressive. So, Ralphie is not a guy. Dotting the I, number 3 for Ohio State. Did you see that?
I was thinking
like
of it,
that?
and then I saw it.
To finish its
You know why you
pregame
have to
show...
dot the I at Ohio State?
Why?
Because they can't cross the T.
Oh, my Lanta.
So this is to finish its pregame show. The 225-piece Ohio State marching band transforms from a block into a script Ohio with an upperclassman sousaphonist typically taking the honor of strutting solo to place the dot on top of the lowercase I. With 16 measures to go in the song, just be careful if you're on ESPN trying to capture Mama Live TV. You don't want to get hit with that. Howard's Rock at Clemson, number 2. Howard's Rock is a piece of white flint that was given to longtime coach Frank Howard in the 1960s. The team started to rub the rock for the first game in 1967, a 23-6 win over Wake Forest, and it sits on a pedestal overlooking Clemson's Memorial Stadium.
All right, if Clemson didn't just start cheating to win football games, do we even care about this?
It's really... It says,
come on, seriously. Clemson came out of nowhere. Dabo Sweeney, no one knew this guy's name. Who names your kid Dabo, by the way?
He goes on to say...
Call your boy Clemson Carl up. I'll have at it with him.
You know what? We will get a hold of Clemson Carl. It goes on to say there may be no better pregame buildup in college football as when the Tigers take a bus from their locker room and around the stadium just to touch Howard's Rock and run down their own Death Valley. I'm not going to lie to you. I've never seen this.
Exactly.
I have never once. I know I've heard of Howard's Rock. I have never seen this live. Number 1, the Sooner Schooner. Just before every game, 2 horses named Boomer and Sooner, of course, lead the trusty old Studebaker wagon on the field. OU gets its nickname from those who snuck into Oklahoma territory before they were actually allowed, hence Sooners. And the Roughneckers, Oklahoma's all-male spirit squad, have ridden the schooner for 45 years. What is not on this list, T-Roy?
Tom Cruise doing it in Far and Away?
Iowa Wave.
Yeah, the Wave.
The Wave is not on this list.
I was thinking that
No.
was going to be number 1.
It's
You
probably
got a
too
turnover
new.
chain.
The turnover chain is it maybe got a
You
year
got
or
some
two on
rock
it.
that no one knows about.
Yeah.
All right, and even what about Notre Dame when they slap the
Play Like a Champion.
champ today? I mean, that to me is better than a bunch of these.
I'll take even the Swarm over Howard's Rock and then run it on the field.
I'll take a pregame crap before
Well,
touching that rock.
My God.
That's not a tradition that we need to talk about.
Oh, it's for some people it could be. You don't know.
Pete Francis says turnover chain is 3 years.
3 years, and so is the Wave's going on 3 years.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Turnover chain.
Why? How is the Wave not on this list? Again, it's just like making any list. You're gonna upset some people, but how is the Wave?
The turnover chain for a school that's produced more mass murderers than they have college graduates.
Exactly. I am not a fan of the turnover chain. I'm not a fan of the U either. I'm not a fan of how every year it seems to be if they beat some team that's a division, a FCS school, and then they turn around and then they'll say like, "Oh, they got their swag
fan of
back."
this all of a sudden just because Sunshine's quarterback at Clemson, we got to kiss his butt. Sorry, not doing it.
Well, there might be some people. I mean, maybe we'll get Clemson Carl to talk about this to justify how Howard's Rock is number 2 on this list.
Sing a song about it.
Maybe we will. Maybe
I'll have my kids.
There's got to be other people.
We'll have the guy come and sing the Wave
It's Vern's
song.
birthday. He's an Oklahoma fan. I mean, he's going to say that he's fine with the Sooner, whatever. Yeah. Sooner, coming on here. Down in the eye, fine.
I don't have a problem with that being in the top
12th
10.
man should be higher. Toomer's Corner should be higher. That's a great tradition. I think the marching in should be higher. That's better than Howard's Rock.
Yeah.
But to not have the wave, and they didn't. And you know what else? Since they're having serenading going on, they don't have.
They go to House on the Rock before each game, and then
I
what
don't
is
know.
it? What are they doing?
They don't have Tennessee. They sing Rocky Top after the victories.
What about Wisconsin doing Jump Around?
I'm okay with that. I like Jump Around.
I love that song.
Well, yeah, it's not about your like of the song though. I mean, I like the tradition that they play in it. But I mean, Rocky Top is just as right when they do the band afterwards for Tennessee victories. Cowbells? No.
Yeah, Mississippi State. Like seriously, what's
That's
their
like
program ever done?
That's like now giving like every school that I don't even know if they
Listen,
do.
the most famous
kids that take out their keys and do it at kickoff.
is
That's
Will Ferrell doing the cowbell.
I know.
Not these guys.
I know. But that's like justifying it and saying like, well, we shake our keys before kickoff.
We do?
Some people do. I know they did it at University of Northern Iowa. I don't know if they still do. I know there's other ones that do. I think like Penn State does.
God,
do kids even use keys anymore? Don't they just use their smartphones to get in?
Can't
There
shake
things?
your fob.
What?
What? Don't you?
I mean,
Can you just unlock it with your phone now?
Unlock what?
Who
Your
goes to
house?
UNI anyway?
No.
Your dorm room? I don't know how things
I have an
work.
apartment.
You know anybody who went to UNI?
I went to UNI.
Oh, I mean, other than yourself.
Yeah, a few people. Vern, he's on there. It's his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Vern.
But I just think it's... I can't believe... You know what? I'm going to scroll and see if there's any comments down here. Because I'm sure people are fine with this. Not really.
I like the script being on there, though. Dotting the I.
Yeah, they don't have comments on there down there. But
Dotting
there's other
the
things
I.
on there.
I don't think dotting the I is that important. It's the band. All right.
It's best damn band in the land.
Is it? I don't think so.
I think so.
Not
No.
even close.
That's not true.
The annoying
That is
Stanford
not
band
true.
is
It's
better.
not.
That's their motto.
No, I take like... I take like Grambling State's band over that.
Yep.
No.
You don't know what you're talking about
You
here.
don't even know what you're talking about. Grambling State's band can perform.
They've got things on here, greatest mascots in college football history.
All right. What are they?
Well, I can tell you it's not Herky. I don't know.
What?
I can tell you he's not in the top 10.
All right, let's see how mad you're going to make me now. Let's do it.
Number 10, University of Tennessee Smokey. He's just a dog. But he's been doing
Just
it
a dog.
It's been a dog since they've been having him do mascot duty since 1953.
I don't have a problem with Smokey.
I have no problem with it. Syracuse University, Otto the Orange.
You got to be kidding me. You got a big giant round orange as your...
It gets the worse then if you're not going to like that.
You got that. I see. And in my head,
He's
the first
triggered.
thing I was going to get mad at is if they had the Syracuse orange in there.
Well, it gets worse, but the
We're the orange
Otto
men.
the Orange.
What do you mean you're orange men?
He's been known
You're the
also,
Donald Trumps?
He's been known also as
no.
Clyde and Woody.
Who?
He's been known. He's gone through some name changes.
He was named after the dude from Toy Story 4?
Yeah,
Toy Story 4?
All the Toy Stories.
Clyde and Woody. Now, speaking
What?
of the Western Kentucky, the Big Red.
Just looks
he
like a hot tamale.
What's Western Kentucky?
It's just like a big orange, but he's just this red mascot that runs around.
Western Kentucky's mascot.
Western Kentucky, yeah.
All right.
It was
No.
created by
I don't know. You can't even tell me where that's located.
created in
Jay.
1979. Can't tell you where Western Kentucky's located.
No.
Okay.
You can say it's in Western Kentucky, but that's not the city.
Ralph Carey created it. He's
Ralph.
not an animal. It's he was also he's considered a plush, charming, and utterly lovable red blob.
You know what he sounds
He
like,
has two
Jay?
signature moves: the belly
Red
slide and the
blob.
belly shake.
He sounds like something that they should give you for wiping your butt.
The University of South Carolina at number 7 comes in with Cocky the Gamecock.
I'm down with Cocky the Gamecock. Gotta admit. Who is not down with Cocky the Gamecock?
Of course you are.
Coming up on this list again is Ralphie the Buffalo, who I want to remind you is really just a female bison.
That's weird.
This is bad too. Stanford University, the tree.
Literally, the tree.
Yeah.
It's just
You know
the
what you do
most
to trees
outrageous
when you're on the
one.
golf course. I told him this yesterday.
He's not an official mascot,
pee on
though.
him.
I
That's
knew
why
you
he
were
shouldn't be
gonna
on the
say
list,
that.
because he's a member of the
I knew
band.
it. Wait, the tree?
The
Cat
tree,
band?
yeah. The person who comes out dressed as this ugly tree
He's a member.
is really a part
Oh
of the
my
band,
God,
not
it's
an
so
official
ugly.
mascot. Bevo, University of Texas, fine with that.
Bevo, what's that?
It's a big longhorn. Yeah. It's
Oh, yeah.
They're on
he,
Bevo 25,
Didn't he
by the
almost
way.
kill Uga?
Yes.
Yes, that was awesome.
He originally came out
Nothing
Thanksgiving
against
Day in
Uga.
1916. The Mike the Tiger for LSU.
Tony the Tiger.
In 2005, LSU installed a 3.7 million, 1,500 square foot habitat to house its famed live royal Bengal tiger named Mike V. the Fifth. Wow.
There's that.
70 years after they had its very first one, Mike won from a Little Rock Zoo.
You know, they sure do care about your education down there. So.
I do like that. And they purchased it, LSU, by collecting 25 cents from every student at LSU when they bought their first one.
Their first tiger?
Yeah.
Wow.
Number 2, University of Oregon, the duck.
No.
From 1920s to 1940, a live duck named Puddles found its way...
Good God. I knew that was coming.
Found its way to Oregon football and basketball games, becoming a de facto mascot for the school. Repeated complaints by the Humane Society brought the live mascot era to an end, and through a handshake agreement with Walt Disney in 1947, the school was able to fashion a mascot in Donald Duck's likeness. Now the duck shoots donuts into game day crowds, rides a motorcycle, and heckles opposing fans, deviating just slightly from his Disney namesake. Number 1, Ugga. Easily.
Fine with Ugga.
Yeah. There have been 10 different mascots for the University of Georgia since 1956.
Dang.
That's a lot.
So I'm fine with that. No Herky, though.
All right, this Western...
The blob, the orange, the tree. Yeah.
No.
Those
I'm
are
not.
weird.
I'm not down with this buffalo either. That's a bison.
Yeah. I'm not a big, huge fan either.
And... Yeah. All right. Whatever.
Well.
Not a single Big Ten.
Huh?
Not a single Big Ten. I mean, Bucky the Badger.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm putting Bucky in there before those two.
You're gonna put?
I'll even put the stupid Buckeye.
Yeah, you put the
I was gonna
Buckeye
say,
in there
the Buckeye's
before
kinda
those
good.
two.
What about the corn guy from Nebraska?
You know what? I hate Nebraska.
Looks like
I'd
Big
put-
Boy in a hat.
I'd put him in before those two. Well, and before a bunch of those, actually. I'd put the big Nebraska dude in before that stupid dog from Tennessee.
Smokey, poor Smokey's getting a bad rap.
I mean, I didn't have a problem with it at first, but then I started thinking about things that are left off.
Real quick before we go to our break and let these ladies go to lunch. Another one that they have on here: college football's greatest college towns.
Oh boy.
You want to make me throw up?
Not on here.
Iowa City.
Iowa City. Number 1 is Madison, Wisconsin.
I feel like everyone just has a vendetta against Iowa.
Right?
Or
Well,
we
we
just
got
feel that
voted
way
the
'cause we
most
like Iowa.
popular place.
Parties,
to,
yeah.
Party City, USA.
And then people were all like mad about that.
Party in Iowa because you can't down Bush Latte like we can.
Athens,
Exactly.
Georgia.
Off.
Athens,
If you're not
Georgia's
from
legit.
Iowa, you don't get it. We're the number 1 state in the union. It's been voted on by Newsweek. Do you want us to go further?
Athens,
Stop.
Georgia's legit. Austin, Texas is legit. Ann Arbor, Michigan. It's okay. I've been there.
She's a whore.
It's okay. Honestly, that's all I really have to say about it. It's okay. Big House is all right. Columbia, Missouri. No, I'm not gonna go with that one. No.
Not even a minute.
In
No.
Columbus,
That hell.
Ohio.
Boulder,
Yeah.
Colorado. I'm sure it's very picturesque.
Oh, let's go smoke some bowls
Yeah,
I don't think that's it.
dumb.
Oxford, Mississippi.
on a Saturday night. That'll get you hung. No,
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Knoxville's not bad, but you can't drink on Sundays.
College Station, Texas.
Okay.
Charlottesville, Virginia. University of Virginia campus.
No.
No Iowa City.
Wow.
Like I said, there's plenty of lists out there. Let's take our break. Ladies, thank you so much for coming in. Thanks for bringing the press. Next
Thank
week,
you.
Catalina Lime Mixer, Aloha Beaches. Coral, get on it.
I'm on it. I made
Aloha,
a reminder.
beaches.
Hannah, you're always welcome to come back anytime. I know
You
this
gotta
isn't
come
your
back. Why
area,
don't you
but
just keep doing some
Thanks,
ride
guys.
arounds?
yeah, just come back
Just
on
say,
Tuesday
I don't
for the
feel
mixer.
I've trained enough yet. I gotta go train with
Just need
Troy.
to tag along once
Troy
a
and
week.
Jay some more.
Say you gotta go. Yeah, you gotta. Well, then you gotta go pitch this to some radio station in Iowa City, and that you need to be on the radio.
We're
We'd be like, yeah, put this on your resume. Being like, I'm a sports person. I'm a radio person
My
right now.
first time ever being on. You gotta put it on the resume. It counts.
Yeah, and then come back for the Catalina Lime Mixer, because then you got to be like, I have to have one in Iowa City. Or
Listen, we don't have you two on, then they're probably going to send Rauk or Vern or some other ding
and then you got to go to your accounts in Iowa
Francis.
City. Go to your accounts in Iowa City and be like, pick it up. Guys, you're not in the top 10 greatest college football towns. Pick it up. What are you guys doing
Yeah,
here?
this is BS.
Just relying on those hippies in the Ped Mall to come, I don't know, drink every once in a while. They got to pick it up, give some specials up
The
there.
Ped Mall. They're always trying to put something on you, too.
There's got to be more
Come
out
here,
there.
let me rub you.
Got to be something more out there than
I
like
got
30
these
pictures
juice.
for
Smell
$30
these.
on
It's
your
good.
birthday
No,
week.
you smell. Smell now.
Oh, it's crazy voice.
All right. Well, thank you so much for
How much
coming
for
in.
the women? How much for the
We're
women?
gonna take a break for sponsors, and then Vasco's gonna be joining us soon.
If you want the latest in TV and security technology but don't know where to start, call Done Right TV and Security Solutions, your Dish premier local retailer, and get started today. They'll take the guesswork out of choosing the latest in smart home technology with your budget in mind. Dish has been a leader in technology for years in the Hopper Smart HD DVR. Interacts with your smart speaker to change channels, pause, and fast forward with just the sound of your voice. Sign up today and receive a Nest doorbell system free, courtesy of our friends at Done Right. Call 866-84-RIGHT today and let Done Right provide local, professional installation with personal service that's trusted by thousands of businesses and homeowners in the Quad Cities. Restrictions apply and requires an internet-connected Hopper. That's Done Right TV and Security, 866-84-RIGHT.
CW Pro, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
If you're running a business, how much should you invest in retaining your employees? First Midwest Bank has ideas. In today's tight labor market, keeping your employees is more important than ever. A First Midwest banker can help you determine what type of 401k plan to offer. At First Midwest Bank, they're not just bankers, but expert financial advisors. Talk to one today or visit wehaveideas.firstmidwest.com.
It's almost time to bet. Coming August 15th, football, baseball, college, or pro. Bet on the action with Elite Sportsbook at Rhythm City Casino Resort. If you are a Rhythm City Casino Resort Club member, we will notify you of next steps soon. Not a Resort Club or E-Club member? Visit Rhythm City Casino Resort to join. Membership is free. Make every game better with Elite Sportsbook at Rhythm City Casino Resort coming soon. Subject to IRGC approval. Must be 21. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
ESPN 93.5 is the Quad Cities sports leader and home of your local sports show, Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Listen for a chance to win everything from tickets to free food. Every time you win and pick up your prize at the ESPN 93.5 Pepsi ticket window, we'll give you a Pepsi for the road as well. It's like winning twice. Get more chances to win by downloading the ESPN 93.5 app or going to ESPN935.com. From the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 93.5.
Baseball season's almost over, so it's giveaways and discounts every night at Modern Woodman Park. This is River Bandits owner Dave Heller, and Wednesday's one-step printing buck night. Hot dogs, $1. Carousel rides, $1. Want to save more? Donate any school supply and get in free. Thursday, it's a Stone Coaster giveaway, courtesy of Milan Medical. It's also Guys Night, with a bags tournament and $2 beers and pops all night long. Then it's a t-shirt giveaway, courtesy of S.J. Smith, on a smart Toyota Fireworks Friday. Saturday, it's back to school with a Pepsi backpack giveaway, perfect for every student. Then it's pregame player autographs and kids run the bases on a Hy-Vee family Sunday. That's Buck Night with $1 hot dogs and $1 carousel rides Wednesday. The Stone Coaster giveaway on a Thirsty Thursday. A t-shirt giveaway on a smart Toyota Fireworks Friday. A free Pepsi backpack giveaway Saturday. And pregame player autographs on a Hy-Vee family Sunday. The River Bandits at Modern Woodman Park, where the fun never stops.
From the first pitch to the last out, you'll hear every inning of Chicago Cubs baseball on ESPN 93.5.
He's at the warning track. It's at the wall. Solo.
Presented by Frick's Tap, Glens Creek Golf Course, G&G Retailers, Augustana College Athletic Department, Sexton Ford, American Family Insurance, Adam Rattler Agency.
Game over. Cubs win.
The Chicago Cubs are on the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 93.5.
Win stuff. Yes, you. You can win stuff right now by opening the ESPN 93.5 app. Be a winner from the Quad City sports leader, ESPN 93.5. From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad City sports leader, ESPN 93.5, KJOC Bettendorf.
All right, we're back. Just me and the bird now here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Done Right Satellite and Dish. And you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, Local here on ESPN 93.5. Thanks again to Coral and Hannah for coming in and bringing us this awesome press, which we're continuing to drink on the air.
We are going to take a look at. Yesterday, we kind of looked a little bit. I
did it backwards.
I got what I did is I gave you.
You gave me NFC East and AFC East, and I messed it up in my head and did North. I don't know why.
Yes.
But that's all right.
So, in turn, but now I'm going to do my AFC. Well, we're going to do the AFC East, NFC East. But the reason being is because in 2 days, the sports books are going to open up in the state of Iowa. And the two in our Quad Cities are going to be Rhythm City Casino, Isla Capri, EliteSportsBook.com, who, was nice enough to partner with us. Usually we have Jay Root on or Alex from but they're busy training. I mean, they want to make sure they dot all their I's and cross the T's. So we will have Jay on tomorrow and or Alex, one of the two.
Yeah, you want me to just recap real quick what I came up with yesterday out of the Norths?
Yeah, just give me a second though, because the thing is, what we're doing is what we're looking at is we're gonna take our predictions for, and this is our third year doing this. Yes, T-Ray. Mm-hmm. We're gonna take our predictions, what their score, what their record's going to be. We're gonna compare the two, see where we're at. And what we're going to, or even the 3 with Vasco. And we're going to try to find the number as compared to the over-under what Vegas has. From there, we're going to try to find the best value for you from each team. So that's why we do it we'll do it by division, AFC and NFC, and work our way around. But you can go ahead and do the North. I'll do my North tomorrow, and we'll have Bobby Metcalf do it as well.
Yeah, just running through, starting with the AFC side, I had the Baltimore Ravens at 9-7, Cincinnati Bengals 3-13, Cleveland Browns 11-5, winning the division, the Pittsburgh Steelers at 12-4. Over in the NFC North, I had all 3 of the Bears, Packers, and Vikings at 10-6, with the Bears winning the division, the Packers in second, the Vikings in third, all by divisional record, and then the lowly Lions at 4-12.
Okay. All right, so let me pull up my shit. All right, so we got AFC East, NFC East. And when Vasco gets here, we'll have him catch up. Real quick, we'll just go in alphabetical order?
Yeah, we'd start with Buffalo.
Yep, Buffalo. All right, this is looking at their schedule. They open up with 2 games on the road.
Yeah,
but they don't travel too far. Both of them are in New York.
Yeah, both of them are in New York. They're at the Jets. I think the Jets are going to have a lot of really close games. Maybe not get the victories that they should, but they're going to be very competitive. It's going to be a team of what-ifs for the Jets. They lose this game. Buffalo loses this game right off the bat to the Jets. And then they turn around. They play in the same stadium the following week against the Giants. They lose that as well, I think.
Vasco's in studio. Go on over here, buddy. We're jumping into the AFC East, NFC East. We're looking at the schedules, trying to come up the win totals here, wins, losses. All right, so the Bills, you have them as a loss against the Jets?
Yeah, loss against the Jets, loss against the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're at home against Cincinnati, who is a dumpster fire. I believe they win that game. We're going to see some growth out of that quarterback. But then, no favors, really. They get New England at home right after that. I'm sorry. The Patriots are still the class of that division. They lose that. And then they're on the road to Tennessee, a bubble playoff team last year. 2 years prior, they were a playoff team. I think Tennessee has a lot to prove. They lose that game on the road to Tennessee. Then they have a bye week. They turn that around. They get Miami at home. Miami, another team I'm not very high on right now. They have a lot of questions down there. So they do win that game. And then here comes Philly to town. They lose that. But, hey, then Washington comes to town. The dumpster fire, they win that. On the road at Cleveland, who's much improved, they lose that. They lose at Miami just because of the whole high travel, blah, blah, blah. Miami seems to win something every so often down there. They get Denver at home, they win. They lose at Dallas. They lose at home to Baltimore. They lose at Pittsburgh, and they lose at New England. And then they get the Jets at home. Like I said, the Jets are there to improve. The Jets beat them at home. And they end up 4-12 for your Buffalo Bills.
Okay. Last year, the Bills had 6 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Their over-under for 2019 right now is set at 7. To take the over, it's -125, unders +105. So, again, to remind everybody, when I say 125, you have to put up $125 to win 100 if you like the over on the Bills. You have them at 4-12.
Yeah.
Right? The only game that we are different on is the last game of the year. I had them beating the Jets at home.
Okay.
I have them at 5-11. Other than that, yes, we are right down the whole thing we're the exact same there. So right now I'm leaning towards the under on that. But we've got a third party in here. We've got Vasco, and he might throw some.
I agree.
You agree what?
Yeah, I agree on the under for Buffalo.
Okay, what did you have
for win total?
I have them at 5-11, but a lot of these I have interchangeable basically 1 to 2 game swings. But yeah, for Buffalo, I don't see them winning more than 7 games. Maybe they could somehow get to 7, but their schedule's brutal.
Right,
that is just
there's
a
a lot
brutal
of tough
schedule.
teams on there.
I was saying the first 10 games, it's not out of the realm possibility to think they could potentially go 1-9.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I'm looking at the exact same you are, and then that Washington game goes one way different, or that Cincinnati game goes one way different, and that it is. And
I think they could finish strong. I actually like Sean McDermott. I think he's a good coach, and they got some pieces there. They could finish strong, but
of their last 6 games, at Dallas, Baltimore at home, at Pittsburgh, at New England.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Yeah, that is a tough stretch.
Yeah.
Jacksonville, Miami, Jets, they could all and the Lions, those 4 they could win. So I had them going 4-2 in those final 6 games. And we're I'm
Bills.
looking.
You're looking at
Yeah.
You're looking at
So the Bills here end the season at New England and then at home against Miami.
No,
that's what I have.
No. The Bills
in
at
the season
New England, then the Jets. Home against the Jets.
Dude, I was looking. I had the 2018 schedule up here. That would do it. There you go.
Well, we'll let you catch up real quick.
Yeah.
Well, you were close.
Yeah. I was very confused.
You were close because they had 6 wins. So they go one way or the other. All right, moving over to
the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
Merrick's Miami Dolphins. I wish I had better news from Eric. Man, they start out. 4 tough games.
That is not a fun schedule for them to start off.
They have Baltimore at home, New England at home. They lose both those. They go to Dallas. They lose that. And then they have the Chargers at home.
The only thing you have going on there is you have that West Coast to East Coast traveling for the Chargers.
And that's the only hope they have.
That's the only hope.
The Chargers are too talented.
Nobody is going to be more excited to see a week 5 bye than the Miami Dolphins.
And then they get Washington at home.
Yes.
They win that game.
I'm there with you.
They're at Buffalo. I believe they lose that on the road. At Pittsburgh, they lose that. They get the Jets at home. They win that. They go to Indy and lose.
Yeah.
They get Buffalo at home. I believe they win that. Then they travel to Cleveland for a loss. Philly comes to town. Philly's talented. They lose that. At the Jets, they lose. At the Giants, they lose. Cincinnati comes to town, they win, and then they're at New England for a loss. I have them 4-12.
We're off again on the last game of the season.
You have them beaten. You're winning at New England?
I just feel like
there's no way they're going to win in Foxborough. Jay Bird?
New England has already locked up the East, is the way I'm thinking.
Yeah.
New England's already locked up the East. They have the bye.
Yeah.
They're going to rest some guys still.
Yeah. Okay.
They'll take the game off. They don't care.
All right. I'm not.
At this point, I mean, the only other thing is I'd have to look at this even closer to see if somebody at the time is going into that also at 13-2, the same that I think.
That's the thing.
New England
wants home field advantage.
Yeah, that would be the difference there.
Yes.
So that's something I need to look at.
And the team they're going to be fighting for home field advantage, Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes, but we'll get to them. All right. So I have them at 5-11. Yes, I gave the Dolphins doing what the Dolphins do best. By the way, T. Roy.
What?
Sitting at a decent spot where they want to for the draft pick, and then going and doing something crazy like winning their last 2 games of the year to go from 3-11 at the time to 5-11. So winning at home against Cincinnati, and then winning on the road at New England. Doing a classic Miami Dolphin move of moving down like 3 draft picks from where they normally are.
Okay.
We know that song and dance, and right now Merrick's probably nodding his head saying, I've been there. I've 100% been there.
Either that or he's MFing us. What do you think, Vasco? What do you got for them Dolphins?
I have 5-11 for them.
Okay.
I could see them going 4-12.
All right, let's take a look at the line that they're at.
They're going to win one of those New England games because they do every year.
I
But
know.
it's just going to be the thing with them. I was actually looking this up last year.
It's in Miami, but The second game of the year, I just don't see New England tripping up. But all right,
Last year, the Dolphins won 7 games. This year, their over-under is at 4.5. You have them at 4 wins. We both have them at 5. So we're right there with it. To take the over, it's -130. To take the under, it's +110. That screams stay away. Yeah. If we're right on it,
that's too dicey.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
And then the New York Jets.
No, New England Patriots.
New England Patriots, yes.
Our Super Bowl champions. Well, Jay, this is real easy. They lose 1 game. But I'll go through them anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Pittsburgh at home, I'll give them a victory. On the road at Miami, I give them a victory. Jets at home, victory. On the road to Buffalo, victory. On the road to Washington, victory. At home, the Giants, victory. At the Jets, victory. Cleveland on the road, tough game, they win. Cleveland at home, they win. Still a close game. At Baltimore, tough road game, they win. Bye week, and then they're at Philly, very tough game, they win. And then Dallas at home, they win. At Houston, they win. Kansas City comes to town, their luck runs out, they lose. And this could decide the tiebreaker for home field advantage. At Cincinnati, they win. Buffalo at home, Miami at home, win-win. 15-1, New England Patriots.
On their schedule, the New England Patriots have 5 primetime games. Now, sometimes you like to bring up that they don't, during the regular season, they don't always show up during the primetime games. So I gave them, I was trying to find where the loss was there. The Pittsburgh one doesn't make sense to me, a loss. That's going to be the Sunday night game of the week. That's to make up for not giving them the Thursday night game because they're giving that to the Bears and the Packers. That game, when that does happen, when they play, we all know, some controversial ending with Pittsburgh. But the Steelers, for some reason, they like to just come out of the gate not so fast, Vasco, and then they make it up.
Don't worry, I got your Steelers winning the division.
I got them winning that game.
Man.
Then their next primetime game, they're rattling off W's in between that, okay? Their next primetime isn't until October 10th against the Giants. Now we know that the Giants have given them fits. Right?
Yeah, the years ago Giants.
Yes.
Not this current form of Giants.
No. So I got them winning that one. The one that they lose is going to be on the road to the Jets.
No way.
7-15 game.
So you have them going 15-1 as well?
No. I'm just saying I haven't got there yet.
Gotcha.
The only thing I see in that is they have 11 days off until that game comes, till they have that night game. They go from playing October 10th to October 21st. But there's got to be a loss in there, bud, for one of those night games, because then they play at December 1st at Houston, and then we don't even know. They could add a 6th game with the Buffalo one. They haven't even come up with the time yet. I have them at 13-3. I have them with losses to the Jets. I have them losing at Philadelphia, and like I said, I have them losing the last game of the season at home against Miami.
I can see them losing at Philly. I hope Dallas can pull off an upset, but I don't know, man. It's going to be tough up there. It's just, they're well coached. In Baltimore, I'm just not convinced that the Baltimore's attack was basically, the Chargers showed you how to beat Baltimore in the playoffs. And I think Bill Belichick knows how to beat that.
But I can tell you, watch Baltimore try to play hide and seek and keep the ball away from him, but New England comes down with 90 seconds left and drives right down the field, kicks a field goal to win it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what
what do you have, Vasco?
I have them going 13-3. So I think New England loses to Pittsburgh out of the gate. I think they lose the game in Miami.
In Miami, because they always. So you have them going 0-2 to start the season?
I think they could. They're going to lose one of the Miami games. I'll put it that way, and I think it would have to be probably the one in Miami, but I don't know. I just think they lose one of those. Or you can interchange one of the Jets games too. Someone in the division, they're not going to go perfect in the division. So I'll take maybe the game against at the Jets as well. So it's Jets or Miami. They're going to lose one of those, and I think they'll lose to Baltimore as well. That's in Baltimore, and Baltimore's had their number for years. I mean, they're the ones that dethroned Tom Brady, Joe Flacco in that credible postseason run. The Ravens always give fits for the Patriots, and overall roster-wise, defensively, I think they got better, and offensively, I think they'll be just as good as they were last year. But 13-3 is obviously a good record, but they're going to lose something. I just don't see them going 15-1.
11 wins in 2018. Their win total for 2019 is 11. To take the over, it's minus 140. To take the under, it's plus 120. I think 13-3, 15-1. We all like the over on the 11 at 11.
Yeah,
right.
definitely.
I think that's a lock.
A good lock. Yeah.
I think it's a lock unless Brady, breaks his knee. Who know?
Right.
So I would agree.
And then we've got the New York Jets.
Jets. Z-Bars, Jets. The Little Red Rocket. He's so excited about it. Oh, they start out September 8th, a victory at home against Buffalo. And then Cleveland comes to town, and Baker Mayfield shows them why he was number 1 overall. Gives them a loss. Then they're at New England for a loss, and the bye week comes. Doesn't bring any help, though. They have to travel to Philly for a loss. But then here comes the Dallas Cowboys into town, another loss, followed by New England again at home for a loss. Then they travel to Jacksonville. What's going to happen in Jacksonville? I'm not sure, but they're on the road. That defense should still be pretty decent. That's a loss. And then at Miami for a loss. The Giants, crosstown rivals. That's not any advantage. That's a loss. At Washington for a loss. Oakland comes to town. They beat the Raiders. And then at Cincy for a loss. Cincy's one of their few wins. Miami at home for a win. At Baltimore for a loss. Steelers at home for a loss. And then at Buffalo, they pull out a sneaky victory to finish 5-11.
Wow. I have a major disagreement with you on this one.
Okay.
So I have them going 9-7.
Really?
And I think they're going to start 1-3. I think they'll win the Bills game out of the gate, and then they're going to win or lose to the Browns, Patriots, and Eagles. Oh, and Cowboys too. So I'll have them going 1-4. I said I think they might get one of those Patriots games. So for the sake of argument, I'll give them the one at home against the Patriots.
Yeah, October 21st.
Get themselves out of that slump.
Okay.
They'll be 2-4. I have them. I think the Jags is going to be an easy victory for the Jets.
You think so?
Oh, yeah,
okay, and that's one where I could be wrong. I mean, I'll give them 6-10.
Yeah.
I could give you that one back.
So I think they win at Miami. I think they win hosting the Giants. Actually, the Giants one I think I had kind of on the bubble there because I think they beat the Redskins for sure. The Giants I think could pull out one of those wins. So I have them beating the Raiders, beating the Bengals, beating the Dolphins, and then losing to the Ravens, the Steelers, and then ending with a win against the Bills.
We're just a little off. You and I are, Vasco.
Okay.
I have them at 8-8. So
I think they have a shot to be a wild card team.
Yeah. We have, but we do have different games
I just
that
don't
match
think
up.
Le'Veon Bell's Le'Veon Bell that we remember from 2 years ago. I'm sorry.
Yeah, maybe not. But, what was their record last year? Were they 5-11 last year?
I will pull it up because I got to give you the
numbers.
Because
I think they
had 4
they're not
wins.
They
had 4 wins last year.
They had 4 wins last year.
The win total in 2019 is at 7.5. The over is minus 125. The under is plus 105. So Vegas has them. You have a 9-7. I have an 8-8. Vegas has them at 7.5, and you have them at 5-11.
I'll give you 6-10 maybe, but I
here's the deal. All right,
He's not budging. That's
so
I don't think they're
Sam
winning 7
Darnold
games,
in
man.
year 2, which a lot of people are forgetting about him because he's not the sexy choice among his quarterback class for sure. But he's the guy that coming in everyone thought was the most polished NFL-ready passer of that draft. Then you pair that with an offensive mind who turned Jay Cutler into, a formidable offensive threat in Adam Gase. He's the head coach now. He wants Sam Darnold as his quarterback. And I'm not even going to factor Le'Veon into my decision here because he could be just okay. I think that's probably the worst that he'll do is just okay, right? I mean, he's not going to be terrible. You pair it with Quinnen Williams on the defense, and they get C.J. Mosley to anchor the linebacking core. Their defense clearly got better, in my opinion, and I think that's what's going to be the difference maker for them. Plus Sam Darnold, I'm banking on him taking even a slight step forward. Robbie Anderson's a guy who's yet to break out.
He's going to have to take a giant step forward.
And he might, though.
That's just my thought.
You know, and Adam Gase is a good coach. He has a weak division outside of New England. I mean, they could get 4 wins just with Miami and Buffalo alone.
Yeah. So it's got to be outrageous for Patriots to bet the East. If you're gonna do that, you might as well just parlay it with some other things because I mean, just to bring that number down.
Yeah, for sure.
It's New England. All right, the NFC East.
All right, we'll start out with America's team, right?
Yeah, go
That's
ahead.
how it works, huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, this is great.
All right.
Yeah, I'll get beat up on this, and I don't even care.
I know you touched upon it a little bit yesterday, but I want you to go through it again.
All right, I have them
16-0.
16-0 turns off microphone, leaves.
Yep.
Right?
You guys are silly. All right, they start out with the Giants at home. That's going to be an easy victory. And then at Washington, another easy victory. Miami at home, easy victory. Then we have to travel to New Orleans. I think they lose that game. Green Bay comes to town, betting on a better defense, and they're not having a good defense. I don't know. I think we win that game. We go to the Jets. They win. Philly comes to town. We win. So we start out 6-1. Not bad. Then we go to play at the Giants. I'm not high on the Giants at all. We win that. We get Minnesota at home. Thank God we win that. At Detroit, we win. Lose at New England. Buffalo comes to town. They win that. And this is a tough one. Going to Chicago. I'm picking a victory because, Serge, if you're listening, screw you. That's why. All right. And
Soldier Field at night.
At night, yeah.
You know what? Last time they were at Soldier Field at night, Tony Romo lit them up, and that was a vault of Bears defense as well. So I just want to remind everybody that Tony Romo lit up Brian
Classic
Urlacher.
Cowboys fan living in the past.
Well, I don't have to live in the past. I'm just telling you facts, things that happen. All right, Rams come to town. We're going to give you a little bit of your what for that playoff loss that you handed us last year. They'll beat Dennis's Rams. Stick that in your ear, Sakarin. Then we go to Philly. We've had their number. We have had their number, but I'm sorry we lose at Philly this year. But we have had their number. I'm not afraid of Philly. And then we beat Washington at home to finish 13-3. So tell me where I'm wrong. The Bears game? Okay. The rest of it, I can't see where I missed it.
10-6 is my prediction for Dallas Cowboys.
Crazy.
They get swept by the Eagles this year.
Nope.
Ooh.
No.
They lose to
they have not had a problem with the Eagles the last 3 years, and this is when the Eagles were winning the Super Bowl.
Carson Wentz hasn't been a fully healthy individual for
when he was fully healthy,
2
they
of those
beat
years.
him. When he was fully healthy, they beat him twice.
I understand, but they're
Right.
different teams each year.
Okay.
I mean, they have their
What I'm
best
saying is Doug
run
Peterson
game that they've had.
The Clapper knows what Doug Peterson is all about. Okay.
Hey, man, I'm just saying.
They're going to sweep their division. I'm not worried about anybody in the division. Well, they
They're
won't
gonna
sweep
their
They're
division?
going to lose to the Eagles once at
Yeah, they're
Philly.
5-1 in
but
the
they're
division,
5-1 in their division.
Nah, I don't see it.
It's happening.
4-2. I mean, we're only one game. I'm only going one game further in the
You
division.
gave them 3
rankings.
more losses. Where's this other? All right,
so
all right.
they
There's
lose.
one.
They lose to the Packers. I have them losing to the Packers. I have them.
No.
I have them losing to.
Not hearing it. No.
Losing to the Packers, to the Patriots, and to the Bears, and the Rams. Packers, Patriots, Bears, Rams are their other losses outside of the division.
All right. Well, you are not banking on the fact of how good that defense is in Dallas.
I understand their defense. I'm going off of how good these other defenses are. Bears are going to shut down the Cowboys' offense. The Rams are going to shut down the Cowboys' offense.
I've got them at 11-5.
Packers, it'll be a shootout, I think.
3 first games out of the gate. They go 3-0. They lose to New Orleans. You had the same, T-Ray.
Yep.
Win at home against Green Bay. Win on the road at Jets. Beat Philadelphia. Then they have a bye week. At the Giants, win. Minnesota at home, win. The stocking special at Detroit, loss.
Oh, stocking! I hate you.
Loss at New England.
Wait, is that a Thanksgiving? They should pair the Cowboys and Lions for one. That'd be pretty cool.
Thanksgiving is Buffalo at home.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, Thanksgiving, Buffalo at home. Loss December 5th at the Bears. Loss at Philadelphia. But
What about the Rams?
I gave them a win there.
Okay.
Win against Washington, 11-5. Last year they had 10 wins. Their 2019 by Vegas is win total is set at 9. Even money, plus 100 to take the over.
Yeah,
it is minus 120 to take the under. Vegas is saying It's more likely they're going to go under 9. Minus 120 to
minus
put
120 means if you bet 100, you get 120.
No,
right?
Minus means you have to put up 120 to win 100.
Okay.
So
okay.
It is saying,
that's right. That's right. The plus is the reverse of that, right? Okay.
So that's even 100. Bet 100 to win 100. I'm over 9. You're over 9, right?
Yeah.
10-6, and you're over 9.
13-3.
That's a good value for the over at plus 100.
Yeah.
Is there anybody out there that's saying, besides of overrated, I know TK's saying that, but is there anybody out there that's saying that?
Oh, TK's always giving me crap.
Is there people out there that really think the Cowboys are going to go 8-8?
I don't see where. Listen, even if they lose both games to Philly, if they lose both games to Philly, I'm sorry, the Giants are not an improved team. The Washington Redskins are not an improved team.
The Giants will be an improved team after December 9th.
I think the Giants are slightly better this year. They have more receiving
Odell
weapons.
Beckham?
They have an addition. It's almost like an addition by subtraction in terms of opening up the offense. That's like one of my. It's not. I don't have like stats to back up this opinion. I just think that it's addition by subtraction in terms of.
I think where Dallas lucked out though is that some of the teams that always give them fits, and they beat Green Bay on the road. I watched Dak do it, but I think they can beat Green Bay and Dallas. They can beat Minnesota and Dallas. That's 2 tough games right there that they get at home. It sucks they have to travel to New England. They get the Rams at home. That's still gonna be a tough game. And the Bears could, like I said, I could be wrong about the Bears game. But I'm not going to not pick my team against the Bears.
All right, well, let's talk about the New York Giants. Where are you at, T-Ray?
All right. There they are. Okay. Obviously, I'm losing at Dallas to start out. A win at home against Buffalo. And then losing at Tampa Bay. A win at home against Washington. A loss at home against Minnesota. A loss on the road to New England. A win at home against Arizona. A loss on the road to Detroit. Loss at home to Dallas, a win against the Jets, which could go either way. Then bye week, I believe they get destroyed by the Bears. They lose at home against Green Bay, lose at Philly, win against Miami at home, win at Washington, lose against Philly at home for a 6-10 record.
No disagreement.
I just that's who the Giants are.
Yep, they're just middle of the road.
Yeah, they're not. They're not the top of the division. There's 2. Like I said, the Eagles and the Cowboys are the class of that division right now.
I have them at 5 and 11, and I don't know where the difference is. But the only things I highlighted was I didn't think coming off the bye week that they were going to go into Chicago and win.
No.
So then I picked after a loss at Philadelphia, and at that time sitting with only 3 victories. I have the New York Giants winning 2 out of the last 3 games, including a win at home against Philadelphia with Daniel Jones as a quarterback. Because after that loss at Philadelphia and coming home knowing they have 2 out of 3 games at home, Eli's out. Daniel Jones gets named starting quarterback after the December 9th loss in their division to Philadelphia. So that's where the 2 out of 3 Daniel Jones era begins.
I love how Jay has all these little.
Yeah. 2018, they won 5 games. They're over/under sitting right now at 6. Yeah. Over is plus 115.
Yeah, not touching that one.
Under is minus 125. I'm sorry, minus 135. So the Vegas is saying heavily, or that's where it's being hammered anyway, that the Giants are going to be under the 6-win total. Yeah, I'm not touching it either.
Yeah, that's just.
Now you move over to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oof. All right, man. The Eagles. I'll tell you what they have. This is a good team. Washington at home to start the season with a victory. Then they go down to Atlanta and they kick the crap out of the Dirty Birds. Knock them out that tree, J-Money. Detroit at home for a win. Go to Green Bay and lose. Jets at home for a victory. They lose at Minnesota. Lose at Dallas. Then they get mad. They get real mad. And they only lose one other game here on out. They win at Buffalo. They beat Chicago at home. They get a little bye week. They lose to New England at home, but that could go the other way. And this could be the thing that makes them and Dallas tie for the division, so watch. And then from there, they win out. They beat Seattle at home, win at Miami on the road, beat the Giants, win against Washington on the road, beat Dallas at home, and they beat the Giants on the road. It's a tough team.
What's the final record?
Final record I have is 12-4. 13-3 would not surprise me. This is a good team. The addition of Jordan Howard is going to speak volumes. The only question on this team, can Carson Wentz stay healthy? If he does not, they do not have a Nick Foles waiting in the background. Things could go sideways.
Yeah, there's a lot of health questions on this team. Can Carson Wentz, can Alshon Jeffrey stay healthy? Correct. Is Jordan Howard gonna let him be the primary guy?
I'm not afraid of Sean Jackson anymore. He's not the deep threat that he used to be.
I don't know. See, I think he'll have, because he kind of resurged last year. He had a resurgence with Fitzpatrick. He's still really fast,
He's still fast,
but he's not going to be I don't think he'll be consistently dominant, but he'll have some big plays throughout the year, He'll be good for a couple 40-yard touchdowns
against some mediocre defenses. Yeah. Correct. Yes. But
I agree. I think they go 12-4.
I have them at 10-6.
Really?
The losses include a loss at Atlanta, at Green Bay. This is then in October after the win against the Jets. Then they go 3 straight road games, and it's.
I have losing 2 of those.
I have them losing all 3 actually. The Buffalo, even though it's Buffalo, and it's 3 straight road games.
It'll probably be snowing already.
Yeah.
I don't. Think
and then everyone says, "What's going on? No. What's happening here?" At that point, they will be. At that point, they'll be 3-4.
At that game against Chicago, man.
At that point, they'll be 3-4.
Might be able to
win that
one.
game. I have them.
I have them winning that game. That's because it's at home. But I mean, that Bears team.
A lot of hype over that double doink's going to be playing over and over again on loop. Bears are going to have that in their head.
Oh man,
no, I
That's why I have that. Then they have a bye. Then they go and beat New England. This is where you have them winning out, right? A lot of you do too.
Yeah, I said they could beat New England
to the Giants at the last game of the year at New York, 10-6. They won. They won. Hold on here. They won 9 games last year. The 2019 win total is at 10. Vegas is torn either way which is going to go because it's -110 on the over, -110 on the under. You have them at 12 and 4. 12 and 4. I have them at 10-6.
Here's my thought.
I'm still scared about that just because of the health thing.
I'm completely scared of that because of the health thing. I stay away from that completely because we could be looking at a 9-7 team again. Just they're maybe 1 or 2 injuries away from falling apart completely. And by the way, I like the Jordan Howard signing, but there's a lot of mouths to feed in that backfield.
Oh, yeah.
Do they end up feeding him right?
Yeah, Miles Sanders has a lot of hype.
Right. So I just, I'm not saying that Doug Peterson isn't a genius. He's done a good job. It's just one of those things that it's the NFL, man. Everybody gets your number at some point, and I don't think he's unbeatable anymore. And this is what it is.
Yeah, but in your mind, Philadelphia and Dallas both make the playoffs then?
I think so. Yeah. And I think
so Philly would be the 5 seed, the top wild card. I just kind of have that reversed. Although I predicted Dallas not to make the playoffs, but that was like a bold prediction. I don't like actually weighing it down by facts. I think they'll make it. I think they'll get that wild card there. But yeah, like you said, it could go either way, right? It's going to come down to maybe a couple key games at the end of the season to determine who's taking that division.
And then you weren't here yet, but that NFC North is just a brutal division.
It really is
brutal. And
it really is.
Those 3 teams in there. It's just.
No, I was talking with my friend the other day. I think the NFC North as a whole is probably the most difficult division.
Yep, that's what we're
now
saying,
because even the Lions aren't that bad. They're bad.
Not. I don't think they're going to get the victories.
Yeah.
But they
could beat. They're a threat to beat you. If you
don't
show up. Yeah, he's a great quarterback.
And Jay, he's friends with.
Yeah, I think I've heard this. Remind me. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot all about that. It's Clayton Kershaw, right?
We got one more team to talk about here. Let's not forget about it. Ezra is going to be upset.
Let's just forget about it.
All right, here's the deal.
I like this one though.
Here's my thought.
I love the Redskins.
Here's my thought. Other than Darius Guice coming back off this injury thing, what do they do? I don't really know.
Lose.
Other than getting Case Keenum. I love Case Keenum, by the way. But right now, he's not even projected to be the starter. We'll go through this. And
brutal start.
Yes.
For the Redskins. I mean.
At Philly, brutal. Dallas at home, Chicago at home, and then at the Giants, New England at home, at Miami, San Fran at home, at Minnesota, at Buffalo. They lose every one of those. And then they go to bye week. They literally go into bye week. I think was that 0-8 or 9?
Yeah.
0-9. They go into bye week. Just because it was after bye week, I gave them the win at home against the Jets.
They could pull off a crazy win like that, you know.
And then Detroit comes to town. Matt Stafford does some schooling. Then they go to Carolina, go to Green Bay for 2 losses. Philly at home. Sorry, Philly's too much. Giants are still a little bit better than you. And then they end the season at Dallas, 1-15. And you guys, I just don't know. Jay Gruden's done. I mean, and by the time they, I would say by the time they get to Green Bay, Jay Gruden is probably fired.
They might wait out the season.
They might.
But I don't see him being the head coach next year.
He could get fired before the bye, or during the bye week as well. If they're 0-9 going into the bye week, Gruden's gone. And Ezra's is the happiest man in Dyersville, Iowa.
On my sheet of paper, highlighted is week 10, the bye week. Because just like T-Roy, they are 0-9 going into it. Gruden's out. Dwayne Haskins has been named starting quarterback.
There we go. Gets that victory against the Jets.
He gets that, and he adds 3 more to go 4-12 on the season. He wins 4 out of his last 7 games.
So what does he hit? He wins Detroit?
He wins Jets. He wins Detroit. He wins at Carolina. And he wins the Giants. Loses to the Packers. Loses to Philadelphia. Loses to Dallas.
Okay.
4-7 in his final in his 7 starts as a NFL quarterback.
There you go.
And Gruden's on his way. He's already buying a house. He's in the neighborhood with Carr and his brother in Las Vegas.
So he goes 4-3 to end the year.
Yep.
Haskins
4-12. That's what I have the Redskins at.
Okay, I have them at 4-12 as well. I just have it playing out differently. I think they go 2-7 into the bye week.
Okay.
So I think they'll beat the Bills in Buffalo, and I have them 1-3 to start the year because I think they'll get like a crazy win either in the first 6 weeks. I have them either beating the Giants in New York, which would be a tough game, but I think I just think they're gonna win one of these division games, and then I have them potentially beating the Dolphins in Miami.
That's a possibility. That is a possibility.
So I'm thinking 2-7, and then finishing 2-5. I think they'll get one of the maybe they'll get a win against probably the Lions. I think I had here. Yeah, so I had the win against the Lions, and then either the Panthers or the Giants. So one of those. If they don't beat the Giants at home, I think they'll beat them, or on the road they'll beat them at home, and then. They could get a win against the Panthers too. So 4-12, yeah, basement of. I think they might be the worst team in the league at the end of the year. I don't know if any team's gonna go worse than 4-12. Trying to think, because I think Arizona is gonna rattle. They're gonna get some wins because they're just gonna be too much of an offensive powerhouse.
Yeah,
I think they could get 4-5.
How to stop it? Air raid.
Yeah.
Last year the Washington.
You might
Redskins,
be right because I'm looking at everything right here. And I have a couple of teams 4-12. I mean, if Washington wins more than one, I'd say it's 3 tops. They probably will be the worst team in the NFL. And that's due to the fact of
7 wins last year for the Washington Redskins. The 2019 win total is currently set at 6.5. The over is +120. The under is -140. I really like the -140 there. I feel more confident. I don't think they're going to get to 7 games. So 6.5. I mean, even if I'm sweating out 6, I don't feel.
Yeah, you don't feel threatened, or you don't feel that that's a threat.
No, not at all.
That's a full 2 games then.
Yes,
even
it's a full
that
2
you're
games.
thinking.
All right, so let me go through this. Let's just say they win at Miami. Let's say they beat San Fran at home, and they beat Buffalo on the road. There's 3 more wins. That gives them 4.
Are you looking for maybe games?
Yeah. Let's say they beat Detroit at home. They beat Carolina. There's 5 wins, or 5 more wins. That gives them 6. And then 7 is winning at home against the Giants.
Maybe they could beat the 49ers at home.
I think
maybe
the 49ers are my.
I think they're good too. I think Jimmy G's gonna have a great year.
For them to win 7 games, Jay, there's a lot of.
There's a lot that has to happen.
I mean,
right?
that defense is gonna have to carry the whole thing, and I just don't see what they lost some guys defensively, if I remember correctly. I don't see this team improving.
Yeah, I like the minus 140 there.
Yeah,
I like it a lot. Vasco, I also sent you. We talked a little bit at the front of the beginning of the show in the first hour. Prescott's contract.
Yep.
What do you think about that? $30 million offered. He says no way.
And I'm curious as to what have there been reports as to what the actual offer was, because I was looking around and I couldn't really find it, but I know that 30 was the guaranteed amount,
4 years.
right? So
3 years, yeah, it was 3 years. It was $30 million, 4 years, 120.
120.
Yeah,
Okay. So yeah, I mean, clearly the guy's betting on himself, right? I mean,
yes,
that's
betting on himself.
He went through some stats.
He's betting on market value. He's betting on the Carson Wentz's numbers,
Correct.
and he wants that. Carson Wentz got $32 million. When you all break it down, I mean, right now it looks like it's less than that, but really it's going to come down for average annual salary because he signed that 4-year extension, 4 years for $128 million. That comes out to $32 million.
Right.
He's going to want that. He's going to want 32.5.
He is,
and he deserves it now if you really look at it.
In terms of what he's accomplished there, I think he has a case. I've won the division. I've had exactly.
Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. Clearly, there aren't any leadership issues. Everyone kind of touts how good of a leader he is. The problem I have with this is you're asking to be the top paid quarterback or one of the top paid quarterbacks in the league. At this point, as well, it seems to me that a lot of these players, and hey, whatever you value the most, that every player's got to figure that out for themselves, right? So I'm never going to begrudge a guy if he says, I care less about winning a Super Bowl than I do, making the money now and providing for my family later on. To whatever, that's fine. But I feel like at certain points, you got to factor in your fit, right? Dallas is a good spot for Dak Prescott.
Yes.
And I feel like for him, if he is planning on going elsewhere, good luck, man, because who are the teams right now that are going to be like, I'm thinking about the past 4 years, we've had so many quarterbacks fed into the league and come in through free agency and stuff. There are less and less teams that are probably willing to take giant gambles like this, right? I don't know. I mean, maybe the Raiders.
Right.
Maybe the Raiders go for it and say we're done with Derek Carr after this year.
Well, they drafted him because they were high on him in the draft. They're like, we like this guy. We think we can get him where we got him.
He's going to be franchise tagged for the next 2 years.
Well, see, that's my thing. From the Cowboys' perspective, unless they think Dak's going to pull, Le'Veon Bell, where I'm just not going to play, Dak doesn't seem like that kind of guy, which I guess could hurt him in this case because Dallas knows that. I think their plan will just be to franchise tag the guy. Mm-hmm. If he's not going to accept
and he knows,
a long term,
and franchise tag is the same money they're just offering him.
Yeah, it'll end up being that.
It's just not long term. It's not long term.
And then
guaranteed.
they'll get and then 2 years will happen. And then down the road, he's betting on himself. He's going to stay healthy. You know what? And
he's got to get the playoffs.
They win a couple more division titles, possibly get to the Super Bowl.
Don't take the first offer. I say I get what you're doing. You have a top 5 deal. You said you want us, you want me, and Elliott and Cooper to have top 5 contracts and say, hey, you guys are getting paid top 5 money. I get it, but it's your first offer. Let's not get into pen.
You don't marry your first girlfriend.
Yeah, there you go.
Unless you do.
What's
I guess you could.
This Thursday, do you have to do any coverage for any of the gambling going on? Are you guys doing anything?
Yeah, so our news department's going to be doing like the ribbon cutting and the story and all that with the mayor making the first bet, all that good stuff. They'll have that. Adam's working on a story right now, more of an explainer story for maybe the layman who doesn't engage in sports gambling. So he'll kind of just talk about what parlays are and how the whole system will work.
Yeah, I had the same thing.
So we'll have that story. I think that will air on Thursday. I'm pretty sure is what our plan is. Other than that, lot of football previews coming up. Adam's already been at it, and I'll be back tomorrow, so we'll be.
Oh,
we'll
be in the practice fields. They're not making you go.
No. But Wednesday through Friday, I'll probably get like 6.
You starting out Western Mid 6, or you starting on Iowa side?
Oh, we kind of just mix it up. Yeah, whatever kind of works out schedule wise as well. You know, if one of us is anchoring that day, we'll go to places that are closer. So we'll go to the Assumptions, the Centrals, North, all that stuff, and then Rocky, Moline, and then
we had North in here yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Coach was in. He had 4 players in. So
yeah, I haven't spoken to Coach yet. So I'm looking forward to meeting him and talking about the team. I mean, obviously they've had a really nice ascension in that program. So I'm sure they're very much looking forward to this next season. They did lose some seniors for sure, as every team does, but some key ones. So yeah, I mean, it's exciting, man. I'm just excited that football's back, and in the practice fields, talking with the coaches, seeing the players get all amped up for the season. It's fun time. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. I mean, we're going to have that all week starting, today as well. So, I think Adam's going to Rocky today. And
we had Rocky on. Unfortunately, they're not allowing me to make gambling lines for the high school. It's weird. Weird how that worked out. These casinos.
Who would have thought?
I mean, if we could do
no
a show.
No prop bets allowed either for it.
Yeah. Oddly enough, but
What color jerseys will the Moline Maroons open up the season with?
Plus, minus.
Black and gold.
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
I just don't think so, T. Right?
What?
I'll bet the under.
Yeah, you're the best. You're the best.
Dang it, why am I always going to do the bad things? I'm always in trouble in these
We're going to be out at Rhythm City on Thursday.
Okay, cool.
And so I have to talk to Ross. Usually he comes in on Thursday. If he wants to, I know he's going to be bouncing around. I have to
Are we doing it live from out there?
Yeah, we'll be live from out there on Thursday.
Will it work?
What time are you guys going out there?
We'll be there noon to 2. It starts. I mean, the whole thing that gambling starts.
Yeah, he'll
at
probably
noon.
be free because I think he's coming in the afternoon that day. So
gotcha.
Good thing you told me. I would have come up. I would have been down here.
I would have told you at the time though. And tomorrow we're gonna preview the AFC and the NFC North. We'll have Metcalf on it. Yeah, we're doing that, and we'll add more.
It.
You did it. I didn't, and Metcalf didn't.
Oh, all right.
I know you did it.
Okay.
I haven't done it yet. We'll look, and we didn't compare gambling lines and where the smart money is or anything like that.
Okay.
But hopefully we'll get Cakered in as well. I know Cakered's gonna be bouncing around the casinos also on Thursday.
He likes to poke the bear. Did you know that, Vasco?
What's that?
Oh, when he was up at Iowa City.
He's very much a bear poker.
Yeah, poker. So, anyway, Vasco, thank you so much for coming in.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it. T-Roy, want to remind everybody, I mean, the weather, obviously, weather hit, right? And you can see the changes now with the rain and everything else, and it's going to get that way.
Got more rain today or no?
This morning we did, yeah. But we're going to get more rain, and things are going to change. I want everyone to be proactive and call Dave's Roofing and Siding, get some free estimates. That way you can get through the wintertime and you can feel safe knowing that your roof is going to be it's taken care of. And same thing, any wind damage you're going to have. We had a tornado warning last night.
Uh-oh.
If anything like that happens, call them for free estimates. You can call Joel at 563-343-1136 or call Ron at 563-650-2837. That's Dave's Roofing and Siding. Just remind you, be proactive, right?
Yeah. Hey, and I want everybody out there in Bettendorf, get some of that Van's Pizza on the go. Van's Pizza More out there by the Betplex.
Delivered to me at Pints on Sunday.
Yep, they do. They deliver. It's 563-232-1396. So once again, 563-232-1396. That Van's Pizza you love. Van's Pizza More. 5023 Competition Drive.
All right, y'all have a hassle-free Tuesday. Enjoy yourselves, Quad Cities.
From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this